something going on this week that I just wanted to note here while we're moving forward. We don't have to spend a whole lot of time here, but the X versus Cross debate that I was seeing on social media. Now, it seems like people were confused because Sony released a statement that talks about what is considered the X button, or what most people call the X button, on the PlayStation controller. It's the blue X. It's on the bottom of the controller. It has, I guess, always been considered the cross. It is not considered an X. You're supposed to call it a cross. And of course, this ties way back into this lore, which I actually didn't know about. I say, of course, now because I'm assuming that most people do. I didn't know about this beforehand, but this lore of the sacred symbols that are tied all together in the PlayStation setup, the way that I guess it's referring to a god and stuff like that. It's very interesting, but in the sacred symbol lore, it is considered a cross. I don't know what the other ones are considered. They probably all have weird names. The square is probably like 2D box or something, and then that was a debate going on, and it does tie back to this interesting little tidbit of lore about the PlayStation symbols. But it is, of course, inconsequential in any other situation. But consider it covered here. And, of course, the cross should be the correct way to say it. Another interesting thing that happened this week, and actually probably one of the biggest news pieces of the week, and actually I take that back, because this week was very full, which makes this very first episode of My Favorite Video Game an interesting and very filled episode. And I am unprepared, personally. But let's go ahead and go through it anyway. Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade was announced this week. And to be honest, it looks very interesting. It is a